There exists a rare kind of woman whose presence carries something sacred, something the world cannot fully name. A chosen woman moves through life with a depth that is not taught, a strength that is not borrowed, and a destiny that cannot be denied. Her journey is not ordinary, it is carved through divine orchestration, spiritual encounters, and inner evolution. Yet despite the intensity of her path, she often keeps her truth tucked quietly within her soul because she understands that not every ear is designed to hear the language of the chosen. Many will admire her light without understanding the shadows she has survived. Many will praise her wisdom without knowing the wounds that shaped it. Many will desire her energy without realizing the price she paid to carry it. Chosen women do not broadcast their battles, they do not announce their victories. They do not display their journey for applause. Instead, they keep certain secrets hidden, not out of fear, but out of sacred responsibility. Today we reveal 9 hidden secrets chosen women carry silently within themselves. A deep sense of knowing that cannot be explained. There is an inner compass that whispers truth long before evidence appears. A voice so subtle, yet so authoritative that ignoring it always leads to regret. This quiet certainty doesn't shout, it doesn't argue, and it never forces itself into the noise of the world. It speaks in gentle nudges, in sudden clarity, in feelings that arrive uninvited yet undeniably correct. It guides every step, every decision, every movement, not through logic alone, but through a level of spiritual alignment that defies human understanding. The sense of knowing often appears in moments when everything seems uncertain, yet within her, a profound assurance rises that things will unfold exactly as they should. People around her may question her choices, wondering how she dares to trust something so invisible, but she simply smiles because she knows that destiny is not negotiated. It is followed. This inner knowing is not something that can be taught, analyzed, or explained in words. It is not a lesson found in books, nor a skill learned through experience. It is an inheritance from the divine, a spiritual signature placed inside her long before her birth. She feels guided even in silence, protected even in confusion, and directed even when she doesn't have a plan. This knowing has saved her from wrong friendships, wrong paths, wrong decisions, and wrong seasons. It has led her into opportunities she never sought and delivered blessings she didn't see coming. To describe this to others would be pointless. Those who do not carry this gift cannot comprehend it, so she guards it quietly, trusting its wisdom in a world that relies on proof. She walks by faith in a world addicted to certainty, and that alone is one of her deepest secrets. 2. The ability to outgrow people without conflict. Growth happens rapidly and often unexpectedly for her. One day, certain people feel familiar, comforting, or aligned, and then gradually, almost imperceptibly, something begins to shift. The conversations no longer feed her spirit, the connection no longer feels mutual, and the energy begins to feel heavy rather than uplifting. This transition is not marked by arguments or dramatic endings. It is a silent internal awakening, a realization that the version of herself who once resonated with certain people no longer exists. While others might cling to relationships out of fear, guilt, or attachment, she recognizes that spiritual growth requires release. She understands that evolution comes with shedding old layers, including relationships that have overstayed their purpose. And though she may care deeply for people, she refuses to shrink herself to remain in spaces that no longer match her frequency. Instead of forcing conversations, chasing attention, or begging to be understood, she simply steps away respectfully. She chooses peace over explanation, self-preservation over people-pleasing, and alignment over familiarity. Many interpret her distance as coldness, but they fail to realize it as compassion. She refuses to hold people hostage in chapters they no longer belong to. She leaves doors open, not out of hope for return, but out of honor for what once was. She wishes them well from a distance, carrying gratitude rather than resentment. This ability to detach without hostility is misunderstood by many, so she rarely speaks about it. People assume growth requires noise, conflict, or dramatic exits, but she knows the deepest transformations happen quietly. She outgrows people in silence because her soul moves faster than her circumstances, and explaining that would sound arrogant or mystical to those who have never experienced it. So she keeps this secret to herself, trusting that those meant for her journey will always grow alongside her. 3. A hidden strength that has been built from pain. Behind the softness there is armor. Behind the gentleness there is endurance carved from seasons nobody witnessed. Behind the smile there are stories of battles fought with no applause, no audience, and no recognition. Her strength was not handed to her. It was forged in the fires of heartbreak, betrayal, disappointment, and spiritual warfare that would have broken a weaker soul. She has survived seasons where sleep was scarce, tears were constant, and hope felt distant. She has endured moments where she questioned her worth, her path, and even her purpose. Yet somehow she rose again and again, carrying lessons that became the foundation of her resilience. People see her composure, her wisdom, her grace, but they have no idea how much she has carried to become this version of herself. They see the healed woman, not the healing process. They see the glow, not the ashes she rose from. They see the strength, not the storms that trained her. Her pain taught her patience, her losses taught her gratitude, and her wounds taught her discernment. Each heartbreak sharpened her intuition. Each betrayal expanded her vision. Each lonely season deepened her faith. She keeps this history hidden because most people would either pity her or use it against her, and she refuses both. Instead, she releases her pain only in the presence of God, the only one who truly understands the depth of her battles. She carries her scars like scripture, quiet testimonies of survival, endurance, and divine protection. This silent strength is one of her greatest secrets, because revealing the source of it would mean reopening doors she has already closed. She is soft but never weak. She is gentle but never fragile. Her strength is invisible to many, yet undeniable to those who can sense the spiritual power she carries. 4. A sensitivity to energy that other people don't notice. Crowded rooms feel loud even when no one is speaking. Certain people feel draining even when they say all the right words. Certain conversations feel heavy even when the topics are harmless. Her sensitivity to energy is not a personality trait. It is a spiritual gift, a heightened awareness of atmospheres, emotions, intentions, and vibrations that most people overlook. She feels shifts in silence. She senses dishonesty beneath a smile. She detects jealousy masked as friendliness. She knows when someone is pretending, when someone is hurting, when someone is hiding something, even before they say a single word. This intuitive awareness is both a blessing and a burden. It protects her from danger, yet it often isolates her. It reveals truths too early, leaving her carrying knowledge she cannot explain to others. She walks into a room and instantly knows who is sincere, who is threatened by her, who is curious, and who is draining. She senses tension before conflict begins. She feels when someone is spiritually out of alignment. And while this gift gives her clarity, it also creates distance. Because once she senses misalignment, she withdraws without needing dramatic confrontation. Many would mock this sensitivity, calling it overthinking or moodiness, but she knows better. This gift has saved her from toxic relationships, manipulative people, and environments disguised as opportunities. She rarely shares this experience because the world is skeptical of anything that cannot be measured or explained. People fear what they cannot understand, and many misunderstand what they cannot feel. So she carries this gift quietly, trusting it even when others doubt it. This sensitivity is not a weakness, it is spiritual intelligence. And though it remains unspoken, it guides her more powerfully than logic ever could. 5. A calling that has followed her since childhood. There's always been something different about her. Something unexplainable, something undeniable. Even as a child, she felt a pull toward something greater, something sacred, something beyond the ordinary. She carried wisdom that seemed too mature for her age, intuition too sharp to ignore, and awareness too deep to be accidental. While others played without thought, she observed, questioned, and sensed things most children were oblivious to. Challenges came earlier for her. Pain arrived sooner. Lessons came harder. And though these experiences often made her feel misunderstood, they were shaping her for a destiny she could not yet articulate. Throughout her life, she has felt guided by an invisible thread, pulled toward certain people, certain places, certain choices, all aligning her with her calling. Doors closed not to punish her, but to redirect her. Opportunities arrived not by coincidence, but by divine timing. Wisdom unfolded within her naturally, as if it had been planted long before her birth. This awareness of destiny is sacred to her. She rarely speaks about it because it feels too holy, too personal, too easily misunderstood. People who lack spiritual awareness might call it imagination or ego, not realizing that true calling is neither glamorous nor loud. It is a subtle, consistent pull that refuses to leave. She feels it during her quiet moments, during her prayer, during her breakthroughs, and even during her breakdowns. It is the force that pushes her to grow, to learn, to evolve, and to walk a path that often feels lonely but purposeful. She carries this sense of destiny not as a boast, but as a responsibility. And because she knows not everyone will understand, she keeps it tucked deep within her spirit, a secret shared only with God. 6. The ability to remain calm in situations that break others. Chaos does not shake her the way it shakes most people. While others panic, react, or crumble under pressure, she seems almost untouched. Not because she is naive, indifferent, or disconnected, but because she has cultivated a deep inner stillness that anchors her regardless of external circumstances. Life has thrown storms her way, losses, betrayals, unexpected setbacks, spiritual battles, and moments of intense uncertainty, and each time she has learned to respond with quiet composure. This calmness is not accidental. It is the product of countless experiences that taught her how to trust unseen forces, to surrender control when outcomes were unclear, and to remain grounded even when fear threatened to consume her. She has faced situations that would break most people emotionally, mentally, or spiritually, yet she rises with a strange, almost unshakable peace. Others may admire her serenity, sometimes even envy it, but they do not see the moments behind closed doors. The hours spent in prayer or meditation, the nights spent questioning and yet choosing trust over despair. Her calmness is a reflection of her faith, a spiritual muscle strengthened through practice and persistence. She does not need to prove her composure to anyone, nor does she seek recognition for it. It is a private strength, one that allows her to navigate life with grace and clarity. People often assume her calmness is effortless, but it is earned through patience, endurance, wisdom, and a conscious decision to align with divine timing rather than react to human chaos. She is fully aware that storms will always come, yet she has discovered that the way she responds determines whether she is shaken or strengthened. This unshakable composure is one of her deepest hidden gifts, silently demonstrating that peace is not the absence of difficulty, but the mastery of self amidst it. 7. A private battle with feeling too much or too different. Chosen women often carry an intensity that feels overwhelming to the world, yet it is a richness of spirit few can fully grasp. Their emotions run deep, their perceptions are acute, and their sensitivity is heightened, making them feel too much in a society that values simplicity over depth. They notice subtleties in people, situations, and environments that others completely overlook. They feel things more acutely, love more fiercely, grieve more profoundly, and dream more expansively. This difference, however, comes with a hidden struggle. They often ask themselves why they don't fit in, why their experiences are more vivid, and why their intuition and insight separate them from the crowd. At times, this isolation can feel like a burden, creating a tension between wanting to belong and needing to honor their uniqueness. They wrestle privately with the fear of being misunderstood, dismissed, or even judged for seeing and feeling what others cannot. It is a silent dialogue, a private wrestling match, carried alone with the only witness being God, the universe, or the pages of a journal. They have learned that sharing this truth with the wrong audience can lead to ridicule or misinterpretation, so they guard it closely, revealing it only to spaces where authenticity is honored. Despite this internal struggle, they do not wish to change. They are learning to see their intensity not as a curse, but as a gift. This hidden battle is paradoxical. It is simultaneously their challenge and their strength, the source of both vulnerability and power. It fuels their empathy, sharpens their discernment, deepens their spiritual connection, and allows them to experience life in a way most people never will. It is a secret they protect fiercely, knowing that it defines the essence of who they are. 8. An unspoken ability to heal others while dealing with their own wounds. People naturally gravitate toward her because she exudes a quiet, healing energy, a warmth that feels safe, a presence that comforts without judgment. Friends, family, and even strangers seek her counsel, her guidance, and her simply being. She listens, she nurtures, she encourages, and she uplifts, but few realize the cost of this invisible labor. While she gives her time, her energy, and her wisdom freely, she often carries her own pain in silence. Her heart may be heavy, her spirit may be tired, and her soul may be carrying burdens that she cannot share with others, yet she continues to pour into lives around her. This act of simultaneous giving and containing is a sacred dance, one that requires immense self-control, empathy, and spiritual resilience. She understands that healing others does not erase her own wounds, but she accepts the responsibility because it aligns with her divine purpose. This hidden capacity is a silent testament to her strength and maturity. Her sacrifice is rarely acknowledged, yet it is profound. She offers a safe space for others while walking through storms herself. People who receive her guidance rarely comprehend the depth of her endurance, for she shields her struggles behind a calm exterior, a comforting smile, and gentle words. Her life becomes a bridge between her own recovery and the restoration of others. This unspoken ability to heal is not born of selflessness alone. It is born of understanding, experience, and a profound connection to the divine. She knows that pain is temporary, but the impact of compassion can ripple eternally. To speak openly about this would risk misinterpretation, so she keeps it sacred, choosing to serve quietly. Her healing is a secret gift, one of the most powerful yet overlooked aspects of her spiritual and emotional identity. 9. A readiness to walk away from anything that threatens their peace. A chosen woman understands that her peace is non-negotiable. She knows that life is filled with situations, habits, people, and environments that, while tempting or familiar, may threaten her alignment, her growth, or her divine calling. She has learned, often through hard lessons, that clinging to anything that disrupts her spirit only leads to exhaustion, disillusionment, and stagnation. So when she senses a misalignment, whether subtle or glaring, she releases it without drama, without argument, and without lingering resentment. She does not need to convince anyone, nor does she feel compelled to justify her decisions. Her detachment is intentional, deliberate, and sacred. It is an act of self-preservation, spiritual discipline, and reverence for her own path. She chooses peace over popularity, purpose over approval, and alignment over attachment. She recognizes that her calling is precious, and it cannot coexist with chaos, toxicity, or misdirection. Walking away is not a failure. It is a triumph of clarity and integrity. It requires courage to let go, especially when society celebrates persistence over discernment. But she knows that holding on to what no longer serves her would only delay her destiny. Every release is a quiet affirmation of her priorities. She honors her time, her energy, her heart, and her divine connection above all else. Many would misunderstand this readiness as coldness or detachment, but it is neither. It is wisdom, self-respect, and divine alignment in action. She keeps this practice guarded as a sacred strategy, sharing it only with God because few people can truly appreciate the spiritual discipline required to let go gracefully. In every way, this readiness is one of her most profound yet hidden strengths, silently shaping her life for the better and allowing her to move forward without unnecessary burdens. This is the Woman of Light channel. If this message reached you at the exact moment you needed it, that is not coincidence. This is divine timing. This is spiritual alignment. This is confirmation. Before you leave, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next message meant for your spirit. And if you felt this deeply in your soul, type 1111 in the comments as a sign that blessings, alignment, and divine breakthroughs are being released over your life. Thank you for watching.